Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, I want to tell you a little story, right? So, when I was in middle school and high school, right, I loved watching fights. I was never like the first person to find the fight and be in the front row, right, of the fight, right? So, it was never like that, right? But I love watching fights. For some odd reason, it just tracks my eye. I like egging on fights. I like putting the flume into the fire, and making things popping, right? So things like that happen, right? And then when I went to high school, I wanted to watch more fights. So now, when I was like watching YouTube, I always go to Google up videos about people having fights. And it always makes me happy when people fighting. I don't know why, but now when I got older, I'm like, what is the use of fights? What is the point of fights? It makes no sense. You won't solve anything, and it makes no sense to fight in the first place. I think people who fights is like really stupid, because there's no point of it, and there's nothing you can gain from it. So I remember this one time, right? I was on Facebook, right? And it was these two girls talking about something, right? I think it was about this girl took her man, right? And then she's like, I'm gonna beat that girl up, right? So she pulled up to that girl's house or something like that. So she knocked on the door and she was like, what you gonna do? So she was fighting her, right? And in my head, I'm like, why am I watching this? This is stupid. Like, it don't make any sense. Why are you fighting this girl for your man who don't want to be faithful to you? Makes no sense. You should go after your boyfriend. Don't try to check that girl, because what if she didn't even know you exist? So that happened, right? And then I was like, why did I used to like fights? I don't know. It was just entertaining for me. I don't know why. But now it's not really entertaining. I always think that people who get in fights, they don't know how to refuse the fight offer. So people think they're like macho people, right? And then they think that if they fight someone, the problem will go away, right? No, the problem will not go away, because if you beat up the person, they'll go find their cousin, and then they will have a last laugh, because maybe that other person is gonna end up in the hospital, or maybe worse. I don't know what is the need for fights, because it makes no point of fighting. You're not really making a point. Beating up someone is not making a point. You can always talk through it, and get the other person's opinion, or why that happened, or why that situation turned that way. So I always think that, like, when I was like younger, I always wanted to get in a fight for no god reason, right? But now I don't want to get in fights. There's no point of it. Saying, I used to love to like try to get in a fight. I thought I was like the big shot. So one time, right? I was like in I was in middle school, right? So I was I was like gonna be in a fight, but I don't know, it was like these group of girls went in front of me, and I was playing basketball or something like that. They pulled me to the side next to the wall, right? And it was like a group of them, right? And I didn't know what the hell was happening, right? It seemed like they was gonna fight me, for no goddamn reason, right? So they pushed me on the wall, right? And this one heavy set girl was holding my shoulders down like this on the wall, right? And then she was like, try to move. And I was like, I don't know if she was like trying to test me to see if I can get out of the situation. But I pushed her away with my body. But that time my foot was on the wall, so I had a little edge. She pinned me on the wall again very hard, right? And I was like, okay, this is confusing, right? And then the teacher came and said, split up. Everybody get from behind the bleachers, and get off that wall. So we all scattered. I went back on the bleachers and sat back down.